We're working on the little holly and berry, excuse me, and that's done with a wash away stabilizer and a small hoop. And I think the instructions say you can skip that if you want, and it goes into, I believe it's block 8. So most of it is done here. It's like a three-dimension thing, and then as you're working on block 8, there's a place where you can put it in. So I've already hooped water-soluble stabilizer, and I wasn't sure if I had enough or not, so I just stuck another piece on the top to give me extra. So I have my outline of my holly. So the first thing I have to do is I'm going to put fabric on the back. So I have to give it a little spray. I use Sulky's KK 2000. Oops, sorry. So let me just spray that away from the camera into my little bucket. And I'm going to place that on the back. And I'm not going to pat it down much because there's no support for me there. But if I turn this over, and then I can press it down as much as I think I need to. And then the next thing it goes on is some batting on the top. So I'm going to give that a little spray too, just because it's a small area. And then I'm going to go ahead and stitch the top. So let me make sure placement line on number 1, I'm on number 2. Tack down back and fleece batting and placement line holly and berries fabric. Trim batting, then trim back. So this is all I'm going to put on. It's going to outline for the berries, and I'll show you how that works next. Okay, so I finished stitching out, and I trim around the batting, and then I flip it over, and I trim around the green. Remember, on this one you want green thread, the same thread in the bobbin as in the top, because this is going to be 3D, so it's going to be seen from both sides, so you want to make sure that you don't have your regular white bobbin thread in there. So now I'm going to put my little berries on. And I think because this is a small piece of fabric, I'll give that a little spray as well. And I know that goes right over my berry area. And you can watch this, stitch out. Oh, I guess I better have some red thread first. So let me get some red thread and I'll be right back. So now I have some red thread in there and I'm ready to go. Okay, now I'm going to trim that fabric and I will show you the next step. Okay, so I trimmed the berries. Now I'm putting this green fabric right on top of the whole thing. And I put my green thread back in. And I left green thread in the bobbin in the bottom because remember the back fabric is all green. So let's get this stitched out. And I did give it a little spray. And now again, I'm going to trim around the green. Let's see if you can see that. Oh. move the light so that the glare isn't too bad on the water soluble. Was a little glary. So again, I'm being careful. I'm pressing down as I'm pulling up, so I'm not pulling up that stabilizer. This one takes a little more care. Oh, I'm going to get my fingers out of your way. Because you've got all these turns to make. So let me finish trimming this up and I will show you how the rest stitches are. So here it is finished, or as finished as it's going to be for now. The outline is all done around here, but you notice it's not done on the berries. And if you look at the instructions, oh, I'm trying to, let me get that glare away. If you look at the instructions, it'll tell you the berries will be satin stitched when they are attached to block 8. So it'll finish up then. So this is water soluble stabilizer. So what you want to do is you want to tear away as much of it as you can. And it'll tear away, oh, I'm getting a mess here because I got double on here. It'll tear away real easy with the satin stitch, not, oh, there we go. And if you have any that's sticking out on these edges, just take a Q-tip or a wet Q-tip or something and just go along the edge, and it's fine. So it's a little padded, little holly and berries, kind of cute. So I'll show you how to put that when I get to block 8. I'll show you how to put this on if that's what you want to do. We're working on block 8, and that's the block that has the, let me back up here, that we're going to place the holly berries on. So this is the block. The berries are going to go right here. I've done step number 20, which is the placement berry lines. I've got my holly and berries. I've used the glue stick. I used the Soline glue stick, and I've put some glue on the back where the berries are. So let me move this up again so you can get a close-up shot. So you can see the outline of the berries. So I'm going to place my berries right in that outline. Press them down. If you think you need to, you can always, well, that glue sticks down good. You can always take it off the hoop to line it up. But that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to start it and make sure I'm close enough that everything is looking okay. So that's the berry tack down. So I'm just going to get up close, pardon my head here. And looks okay. So the last one is the actual satin stitch. Looking pretty good so far. can see the full picture. Now when you're putting this together, you're going to have to make sure that you get this out of the way because you've got a seam there. But other than that, it's all set. And if for some reason it isn't perfect, you can always come in with either by hand or on your machine with the same thread and just do a little more stitching. But see, there the berries are. And next thing we have to do is put this all together.